to see who comes through this one. The winner will play Shaun Murphy in the semi-finals. Both semi-finals tomorrow, best of 17, so 2 sessions. Mark Allen, John Higgins, Shaun Murphy against the winner of this one. They played just last week in the quarter-finals of the International Championship. Bingham won 6-5 on that occasion. Stuart Bingham has played a lot of snooker of late. He was a semi-finalist in the Shanghai Masters, the English Open and the International Championship. And that's a terrific pot.
选手朝着你的时候，你不要动，知道吧 ？3 4
Bingham beat Liang Wenbo 6-2 yesterday in the first round. Had a couple of centuries, but overall it wasn't the highest quality match. He said after that he struggled a little with conditions. Having the cue ball clean by the referee, Shang Weibo. Because this is an important visit. He's lost the last 3 frames. Well, the body language suggests that he's not landed on one here. Come too far, it would seem, for the bottom red of those 5. So that's a disappointment if that's end of break, which it appears to be.
Stuart Bingham,
trying to get the white in behind the brown and not managing to do so. So that's disappointing for Bingham on both scores there, breaking down and then not getting that snooker. Michael Holt came through the thriller yesterday, 6-5 against Neil Robertson, made a very good 74 in the decider. And he's guaranteed here, Holt, the 30,000. Even if he loses the match, that would be his biggest individual payday in snooker in 20 years as a pro. If he wins, of course, he's guaranteed 50,000. Well, he's caught that all wrong. He's opened the reds up, left one on, caught it too thick.
It's just an enough angle to get over the pink or the blue. Scores a level, but To win the frame from here, we'll need a good effort. This looks pretty good. Well, it looks more than pretty good. That's really an excellent positional shot there. The problem he's got here, the black's tied up. He's going to have to work really hard to make anything substantial.
Seven.
Well, he's on the blue here, but he needs some sort of contact on these reds near the black, if you can get one. Either straight up and down the table or off two cushions. No, well, he should be on the left-hand red.
Twelve. Thirteen.
I did two straight on this blue. I mean, okay, you can come over for that red, but that would be some pot to take on the cushion. I mean, you could leave the white in the middle of the table and play the right and red of the two there near the black. Just checking that now, but this is not ideal. Pink's two straight. Well, he's going to have a go at this red to the right corner then.
18.
Looking to draw level in this quarter-final. Yes, good pot.
19.
He's on nothing. I think he expected a cannon on the other red there. Well, I'm saying nothing. He's well, a little bit further. He would have been on the green.
Stuart Bingham. 19. Found miss.
Well, even with side, I don't
Stuart
think
Bingham,
he can
4.
get to that red. I think the blue's in the way.
Right.
Oh, he's going to have to just miss the yellow this side with a lot of left-hand side on the cue ball. It's going a different way now. It's good. Depends on the contact. Not good. Can't really see Stuart taking this on though at this stage. He's contemplated the red to the left corner here, but I don't know if he's playing that. He's just playing a safety. Has he gone for the pot? He has, you know. Ooh, that could have turned out to be a bit of a disaster. It's okay now. Well, I don't know about that way. That's risky. It's okay now. I thought he might have clipped off it the other side.
Yeah, he was fortunate in the end to catch the yellow to stop the cue ball in its tracks. Michael Holt knows that as well.
Well, he might still play this cushion first. Well, you can see it's a fair way away from the pocket. Didn't really want to play it.
Well, he's been cutting down on the reactions, the gesticulations, but couldn't help himself there because he's left Bingham with a good chance here.
Yeah, there was a few towards the end of the match yesterday with Neil Robertson, but stood up well in the last frame.
One.
Still needs the last red as well. Still a bit of head shaking going on there. So Stuart Bingham has lost the last 3 frames, but pots this red, it should be 4-4. Struck it very calmly, played out for the black to make sure with these extra points, because it's 3 snookers with the black going in. The last 2 times they played, it's gone to deciders, including one just last week in Darching.
16.
And another tense finish in prospect here.
That's why you could see the disappointment in Michael Holt's face there when he'd going for that red and missing it. He could have easily been 5-3 instead of 4-4. But at the end of the day,
21.
it's now the best of 3.
Yeah, rather scrappy frame, but it's gone to Stuart Bingham, so he stops that run of Holt, who's still annoyed at what happened there. They're all square here, 4 frames all.
today.
Frame 9.
Now, which two of
Stuart
these
Bingham
are
to
going
play.
to make up the semi-final lineup?
He's 4-4. There's a possible 3 frames to be played. Could get nervy, I think, in the next hour.
Well, the possibility might go all the way. Where the match has been going, it's just panning out that way. Won't be surprised if we go to a decider. Might have to go for this because he can't play the white to the top cushion. Great pot. Well, focus the mind. Slow down though. Slow down. Great pot. Well, anyway, but there.
Michael Holt, what?
That's all he could do, really. I thought he might have just tried to put the cue ball to the back cushion because this is a simple escape here for Stuart. Yes, he's definitely snookered. That's the non-hitting area. Might try and get into the back of the pack. Has to make contact with the right red though, because he might leave one on. The way this match has gone, I wouldn't be surprised if it went all the way. 2 cushions into the back of the pack. Nothing wrong with that, unless it's touching ball. No. Our referee Zhang Weibo, I think it's Weibo or Weibo, officiating this one. My apologies if I've pronounced it wrong. Might just play a little swerve around the green here and catch the right hand side of the pack. Quarter ball would be ideal. Again, you can't put the white to the top cushion. This is the match time, just over 3 hours. 8 frames, that's a bit lengthy really. He was able to come off another red, but he's left one on. Unlucky. Well, I don't think he can get out off the side cushion here. He might have to come off the top cushion. And he's restricted on the angle. Do you know, I think it's one of these situations where he cannot actually get out to hit a colour. There's no way out. Well, you just said I can't do it. There's no way out. What he has to do here is probably play into a colour, play into a red, but directly under colour. So he could play the pink and push through the red, but there's no way out here. The white is trapped. He's got no way to go. Well, he's just confirmed with Stuart, and I said, well, do what you have to do. But normally what you do, you play a colour, but have to push through the red. Well, if this was chess, it'd be checkmate.
even Harry Houdini, I think, would struggle here. And he wasn't a noted snooker player.
Green ball.
Well, I say, after all saying that, is there a way out? Oh, well.
Found miss.
Miss?
Stuart Bingham 4.
Holt is saying, you have a go if you think you can get out of that.
Well, the referee's called the miss because he has to call the miss. Well, that's got to go back. I thought he was totally trapped and didn't think he had any chance of getting out there, but it was difficult. He's just having a little bit of a laugh at the referee there.
Problem is, though, if it is impossible to hit a colour and it's been called a miss, he won't hit one.
But I know you're going to leave it. Yeah, I can't hit it. I can't do it. The shot's not on, I know what you mean, but I can't. That's possible. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't try it. You actually can't. I mean, I'm going to just go into that.
Yeah, I know. So you mean it's
So
a
basically,
small way?
until I leave him on,
yeah,
I've
I
got
know.
to keep calling miss. Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
all right. Yeah.
Well, Stuart Bingham actually holds the record for most misses, 16. That might go here, because if it's impossible to hit a colour and he keeps getting put back in, then it's just going to be, he'll be playing this till he needs snookers. In fact, he's...
It's a miss.
Well, the Stuart said he's got to go back. He's going to need the still frame here. And this could take some time.
Yes.
If you fancy a sandwich and a cup of tea, now's the time.
Yeah, well, it's going to take some time.
Well, we've got the technology. A few years ago we didn't, and it would have taken some time. Well, here we go. That's like we're at the casino. A few chips, a few on red, a few on black. What's your lucky number, Dave?
I don't have one.
35 to 1, mate, if he comes in.
Zheng Weili is operating the machinery.
Yeah, he's directing traffic.
It's much that this system they have in China is really good, because you see the little circles, so you can see exactly where the balls should be.
The problem for Michael here is the red on the top cushion, because he can get to the side cushion, but I don't know what he can do with it.
Well, Bingham was suggesting, the point he was making was he could potentially swerve and hit the black here. Now, he would leave him bang in amongst the reds, but he's saying there is a shot on.
That's fair enough.
So that's the point he was making. And that's why I guess it was called a miss, because if there is a shot on, then you might have to play it.
Yeah, when I first looked at it, I thought he was trapped. Well, he's going for the green again, around a few cushions. Well, would it have been so awkward? I don't think you can get enough side on this white. And it's the red on the top cushion as well, again. Well,
Foul.
and a miss. But I doubt if it would get put back this time.
Yeah, that's the point. If you leave a red on like this, then it's not going to.
Well, that was so unlucky for Michael there, because he potted a good red, clipped another one and finished up in the middle of the pack. And, well, the worst case scenario, it'd only be 5-4 down, best of 11. But Stuart's still got to do the business.
One. 6.
Red to the middle. There's plenty of reds on here, but the high value colours are not good. Although I think the black will go into the left corner if at some stage Stuart can get on it. In the meantime, just stay on the blue. He's got the chance. This is not straightforward to win the frame from here.
Seven.
And even there, he couldn't get the right side of the blue. So this needs another good shot here to get onto the next red. This could go wrong.
Thirteen.
Although he hasn't won a title this season, he's had a lucrative few months. He was runner-up in the 6 Reds. He was a semi-finalist in Shanghai. He was a semi-finalist in Manchester, and he was a semi-finalist last week in Daqing. So he's earned over 100,000 this season without actually winning a tournament.
Semi-final here would be nice. Extra 50,000. Now I think this black does go. He can play in the black here. This will certainly open things up.
19.
He's certainly, I think, playing with more freedom this season. He was a bit of a marked man last season because he was world champion and it was all new to him, but that pressure of expectation has gone now. He can just concentrate on playing.
Yeah, I think that happened to Matt Selby as well, didn't it, Dave? But now he's won it the second time. The pressure's off. He's playing much better. You know, he's proved himself.
Six. Seven.
So he led 3-1, he trailed 4-3, and he's in here with a chance to lead 5-4.
34. $35.
Well, I'm not sure about that one.
42.
He's played on the lower red. I don't think he's on it. He'll have to be one beyond that. Thought he might have just run that off the cushion. No problem.
43.
Leads by 49. Still a little bit to be done here, though.
Of course, if he does win, it'll be a rematch with Sean Murphy. They played in the World Final 18 months ago. Cracking match it was as well. And it's nice to have a few longer matches. We've had a lot of best of sevens, which have their merit, certainly on tournaments where you need to play down from 1 to 8, but take a little bit more time in these longer matches.
Yeah, I think it's a nice mix as well, isn't it? It's not all the same, you know. It's a good mix with all these tournaments. Plenty of opportunity now for these guys. Mark Allen, as we mentioned, didn't qualify for Daqing last week. Looking fresh this week. Played really well today against Mark Selby to beat him 6-5, but he looks on it. That'll be a cracker tomorrow against Don Higgins. So he's coming here pretty fresh. Don't be surprised if he's in the final.
56.
Well, Michael Holt was in a horrible position where that cue ball finished and offered up this chance, and as you can see, it's already snookers required. Apologies that the main camera is moving about. This is a local issue on the gantry and beyond our control, I'm afraid.
$63.
Well, this is good stuff from Bingham.
70.
He made his 300th career century last week in Darching.
71.
This could well be another one here.
$78. $79. $84.
Well, this has been a super break. They needed sorting out because they were covering each other, but he's done it very well. Once he got the black onto its own spot, that was about it, really.
91. $93. $96.
So there's the century
400.
from Stuart Bingham, who was under a bit of pressure 4-3 down, having led 3-1, but now the pressure transfers back to Michael Holt. He's going to have to win the last two
105.
if he is to reach the semi-finals. Bingham's been knocking on the door the last few tournaments. Maybe that door will open here in Guangzhou.
111.
It will do if he carries on producing breaks like this. An excellent clearance of 118 from Stuart Bingham puts him back in front in this quarter-final. He leads Michael Holt 5-4. And we're waiting for them to return here. Don't forget the other semi-final tomorrow, John Higgins against Mark Allen. So Michael Holt, well, he'd won 3 on the spin to lead 4-3, but now he's got to win 2 on the spin to reach the last 4.
Frame 10. Michael Holt break.
Yeah, 118 of Stuart's was the first of this quarter-final. Stuart's 302nd career century. The obvious question is, can Michael take us into a decider? He's left this red on.
A chance then for the Nottingham man. Ooh, well, he'll be very disappointed. You can see he is. There's the reaction.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't really matter if he's covered this one, David. There's others as well.
What?
Just seems that the black might be covered actually to the left corner, so at some stage, well, try and get on the red near the black would be handy.
Three.
Well, you can go back for the blue for one and then try and play on the red near the black. Unless it goes, of course. Which will tell us after this shot now. Probably back for the blue. No, is it? Obviously it goes.
4.
Must be very tight. Could have done with the cue ball, I should say, a little bit higher, just to push into the red.
Eleven.
Looks like it's gone wrong. And again, you just finish a little bit low on the black.
Yeah. Ball.
Well, it's touching the red, so he can play away from the pack here. It has been declared a touching ball. So playing away, deemed to have already hit this red.
Stuart Bingham. 11.
Well, I'll be disappointed that he's only made 11 from that. This looks good. Ooh, it's been better. He had a little nudge on the ground. It's not bad.
Found miss.
Had to be thin.
Hot 4.
I think that's going back. Well,
Right.
excuse me, it will get interesting if he misses it the second time, because there is a ball on here. Now then,
Found miss.
Now then, that's going back, and he will be warned.
Well, yes, I get the feeling he'll be making sure this time.
Well, there's a red that he can pot. He might finish up going for that, knocking it in, getting onto a colour.
First time it ever happened was in a decider. Ken Doherty, Steve Davis. It was Davis who missed 3 times, and that was end of match.
Yeah, as our referee warned him here. I didn't hear anything. He's not warned. He's got to be warned that he has to hit a ball this time.
I'm not sure if he did. He did say, I heard him say something. I'm not sure what he said to him. I think he must have. I think Michael Holt would have said something by now. He'd be quite entitled to. He's played a different shot. Well, that could have been calamitous, but it's worked out pretty well for Bingham.
Well, I'd like to have seen Michael's face there.
That's the thing with that rule. You can end up losing the frame anyway if you leave your opponent in, but he's okay there, Bingham.
Yes, and he's got to hide this red on the right hand side. Totally entitled to be on a red there after the great safety that he played. That wasn't the time to play a poor safety.
So Bingham has a chance, and a moment ago there's potential for it to go 5 each. Just shows how quickly it can turn. One shot here and there, and it wasn't a good one from Holt. Bit of a stretch here. And it made a difference, stretching. I did say you could turn on one shot, and there's another one potentially.
Well, there's 2 or 3 pots on here for Michael, but none of them are easy, and they're all of high risk. You can dolly the one to the left middle, you can play the one to the right middle for the pink. Well, he's leaving things on if he plays either of those. Trying to go on the black, I think. Well played.
What?
Yeah, it's a good pot. He's been very tenacious this week, Michael, as he was Daxing, but he stood up well yesterday against Neil Robertson in that final frame. He's got to show the same mettle here.
I think he's the most improved player on the circuit in the last year, when you consider
8.
well-known, well-publicised breakdowns he's had at times in matches. None of that from him. And let's not forget, he's beaten Ronnie O'Sullivan 3 times on television. He's beaten Neil Robertson twice on
9.
television. So he shows great mental strength. He's been in a final in Riga and still has the potential to reach the semi-finals here. He once walked out of a match in China at 4 each because the pressure got to him, but that's a long time ago now. Completely different player.
16. 17.
Not the perfect angle on the black here. He's just managed to get high enough for this red.
24.
Leads by 21, but again, this is not straightforward. Work to be done. It's getting interesting though. Looking at this red to the green pocket now, back for the black. Oh.
Michael Holt, 24.
Again, disappointment, and well, he could have done with that white back another couple of inches. He's left a red on here for Stuart.
One.
He was able to bring another one into play. Not quite sure of the angle here on this pink. It looks fairly straight because it's just slightly off its own spot. There you go. But well, it could have done with 2 inches to the right, and then he could have played on the end red. Well, he might just run into these 3 reds here. He's coming back, I think.
Seven. Eight.
Well, he's underhit that by a mile. Played on the pink. The green is on. Could still take the pink. With the green, he's got his hand on the table. Oh, nice clean pot.
11.
Well, if you can get enough action on the white here, just clip these reds on the way through. Could have been better.
19.
Still has this red to the green pocket. Well, looks like he's got this one as well. No.
Stuart Bingham, 19.
Well, again, he's had the rub there a little bit, Stuart. He's covered that red with the pink. It's another one he's got away with.
Yes, I mean, you can't really believe he's not left anything on.
Well, there's possibly one there to this left corner, but again, it's high risk if he takes it on, and would leave Stuart everything in. Well, in with everything on, I should say. So lucky there. Yeah, if Michael wasn't 5-4 behind here, he might be trying to pot this red into the left corner. These are the times when you just need to stand back and think about what's going on. Well, you never know. Stuart might have a go at this. I think if the blue was on this spot, it was a definite, but you'd have to come down for pink or the black. The one there, the pocket, you can see, but it's thin. This is one of those situations where you have to make a decision whether to attack or defend. Well, he's playing this one near the pocket. It has to be thin. Well done. Hang on. Oh.
Foul.
Well, he got away with the initial safety. Was it pot? Can't remember what it was. It was the pot, wasn't it? An attempted pot. But he got away with that one before, but he hasn't got away with this one.
That was so unlucky for Bingham, regardless of what's gone on before. That was just unlucky to go in off, because it was a really good pot, thin, but got nothing from it. Well, that's also a good pot from Michael Holt.
Could be on the blue here if it keeps going. Oh, that's nice. This will open up the yellow as well. Well, I'm sure he's going to play the blue here and come down for the red in the middle of the table. Will go. Plenty of room. He's playing the yellow. Why on earth he didn't play the blue there? I don't know.
3.
Just might be feeling it a little bit and just trying to keep it simple, I suppose. Well played.
4.
Yes, he really steeled himself for that pot to keep the break going. It's an awkward table, but he's in front in the frame.
Well, down for this red near the pink. Well, possibly green next. Get on a good angle to try and disturb reds. Landed a little bit straight. Actually, that's perfect, because if you can pop this red in and just come back a couple of inches, he's got a good angle on the green. This is no gimme though with the rest. Well played. Now this could be a key shot.
Well, it has the potential to be key to taking us the full distance to a deciding frame. Ah, not to be. Well, yes, you can see he's frustrated there. Came so close to cannon in that red.
Yeah, I really wish he could have that one again. But again, just take a deep breath here, make sure that you play a good safety. Stuart's only 21 points behind, there's 51 on. Looking to kill off this match, put himself into the semi-finals. Sean Murphy awaits the winner of these two. It's going to be a good day tomorrow and on Saturday.
Michael Holt, 15.
Well, that was nearly very good, but he took the risk of nearly hitting the other red there. The red is on. Could have left this.
Well, there's one red safe on the left-hand side cushion, which is going to play a big part now in this frame. Bingham 21 behind as he comes to the table.
Well, he did everything right with the cue ball, but forgot the pot. Stuart might just push into this red on the left cushion, just take it away from there and leave the white on the side cushion then. You could just put it to the back cushion, bring it into play, or into a better position anyway. Not really going to leave anything. Don't think it's there.
And miss. Michael Holt, 4.
Well, that was rather tentative, shall we say.
Yeah, I don't know why Stuart's not trying to put this red near to the back cushion. If it just bounces off there, it's on. It's in a better position than it is now.
Right.
He might just feel that he could possibly leave this red on the right hand side, but that's not an easy pot.
Right. Yeah.
Fraction just that way.
take two.
Eventually. He's played that quite well, and again a little bonus is that he's pushed the black safe. It just depends how the reds go, of course, and Stuart might not need the black. He can win the frame and match before that. There's only 25 in it. Now, does he take this red on near the green, or does he look to remove this red off the side cushion? Well, it's awkward queuing. And that's opened up the table a little bit more. Great pot there.
One.
Oh, I think the pink will go as well. It's a good angle to get in behind the red at that end of the table. If not, you can play into the same pocket.
Pink ball.
So Michael Holt, as you see, he's not 51 on, there's 43 on, so he needs red and a
7.
colour here, and Bingham needs a snooker. Anything above the yellow.
Yes, he's got the arm to get onto the blue here as well, even the brown.
8.
We might be going all the way.
Yeah, there's 35 on, not 43, so the brown, if he pots the brown, then Bingham needs a snooker.
A good little visit there for Michael.
12.
Well, barring accidents here, we should be into a final frame.
A lot of money in this event, but Michael Holt is earning it. 6-5 yesterday over Neil Robertson. Potential here for another decider. And it would be a £20,000 frame, because that's the difference between winning it and losing it. Prize money goes from 30,000 to 50. Not a very promising view from the bulk end. And this is the man, of course, who needs a snooker.
Well, it goes, but the cue ball is near to that side cushion. Just one good pot from Michael, and we're definitely into the decider. Yeah, well done.
Yeah, so we're going all the way in the last match, the last quarter-final here in Guangzhou today. It's coming up to 11:30 in the evening, local time. Midnight oil about to be burnt by these two who've given it everything.
6.
And for the second time in a week, they're going to play a decider. Of course, last week in Daqing, Bingham won 6-5.
White horse 6.
Bingham's going to carry on, but it's going to be hard from here. He's 43 behind, so it's going to be really tough.
Well, that's 4 snookers to tie. Good hit. I can't really see this happening. Didn't play the pot there. Used the knuckle to get the snooker. Oh, well. That statement I've just made, I might have to take it back. This is a really good snooker here. It's awkward. One cushion, not easy. Well played. Could have easily caught the brown there. Well played.
Two.
A little stunning behind the brown. No.
Stuart Bingham 2.
Well, that was a really good chance there. Well, you can see the screen. This frame should be over now, and it will be if this goes in. Well, he's just prolonged this frame a little bit longer than it needed to be.
.41 in it with 25 on, so to win he needs 5 snookers. He can tie with 4. That's 4 4-point snookers, of course. Got him in another one.
This is easy to hit though. A swerve and a little kicker off the back cushion. Might get one back here. Well, I didn't mean that way. I just don't understand the last shot that Michael played. Why didn't he just knock it in this corner pocket? But you know, he's found himself in trouble now. He didn't need to play that. The thing is, you know, 4 snookers needed, and okay, Stuart got a couple. It might get interesting, but he had a chance to just kill off the frame, get ourselves into the last frame. Well, he's done that. Oh, I thought he had done.
Well, I know one thing, if he does get the snookers, then Jimmy's favourite place, Shreds,ville, is going to get a visit, isn't it, from Michael, because this was 5-all day long.
Well, that's the reason I think Stuart's carried on. He knows that sometimes Michael can implode, so he's just thinking about his temperament here. Oh, look at that for a shot with a trace of side. That was a beauty. Well, you know, he's putting himself in trouble here, Michael. All he had to do was knock that green in when he had the chance. Good hit.
Yes, they're going to have to be really good snookers to stand any chance, I think.
This one's not bad.
No, well, there you are. That's tough.
He can get through.
Yeah,
it's not tight. Oh, hello.
Well, now then, it gets
well.
interesting. Is it the pink? So there's now 35 in it. So it's 3 snookers to win.
Well, if Jimmy's watching, he might be texting in or emailing at the moment, or Twitter or whatever.
He's still a big favourite, Holt, but has just got a little bit anxious.
Well, there was no need for all of this. A couple of shots to go, you just knocked the green in. That was it. Frame over. Comfort break. Think about the last frame. This is not good management from Michael Holt here.
Foul.
Oh dear. Oh dear,
Stuart
oh
Bingham,
dear.
4.
So 2 snookers needed. Suddenly it doesn't seem like such a tall order, does it? Particularly where that black is as well, and the pink near that top cushion.
Surprised at that. He went for the pot. Why didn't he lay the snooker? Very surprised. After doing all the hard work and getting some points on the board from snookers, he might have just thrown this frame away. Another chance then just to kill off this frame.
Well, someone's moving, I think, in his. It might be this cameraman actually that we're looking at here. Just needs to knock this in, surely. And he has done.
3.
So he leads by 34. Back to 4 snookers needed now.
Like horse 3.
Well, Stuart Bingham is going to play on.
Well, this is looking tasty behind the pink. Unlucky. Well, actually, that's not bad because he's pushed the pink into a better spot now near the black. Well, 34 the difference, 22 on. Just knock it in or knock it over the corner. Well, that's fair enough.
Yeah, there we go, 42 minutes. This isn't the decider, by the way, this is to set up the decider, but Bingham's playing on, he needs 4 snookers. He had got a couple a moment ago, but of course Holt knocked the green in.
Well, they're so difficult to play those when they're trying to just hold the white from that sort of distance. This is looking good. Well, he would have liked a little bit more pace on the white there to push the pink safe. Well, he's laid another one, but I think he can get down that side actually. A bit of a swerve around the pink. No problem. Look at this. Look at this. It keeps going. Oh, a fraction away, just a couple of inches away from being really good. We could try and pop the brown off the black here and then move the black away. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm not sure if there's an edge sticking out there. It's very thin. Imagine if he misses this, it's going to be a free ball. Well played.
Yes, and he's pushed the black now to the cushion. 47 minutes this frame. Quite a bit of that has been this little battle at snookers.
Well, that was nearly very good, but now this is a proper chance to kill off this frame and definitely put us into a decider.
There's the match time. And we've got one more frame to come. He'd always seemed a tall order there for Bingham to get those snookers. So it's all going to be on the last frame to decide who plays Sean Murphy in tomorrow's semi-finals.
Michael Holt 4 and the frame.
This time Bingham does concede a long old frame that. It goes to Michael Holt and they're all square, 5-all with the decider to come.
I remember it well.
Well, it's around about midnight local time, so Thursday's going to become Friday, I suspect, while this match is going on. One more frame to decide who plays Sean Murphy in the last 4 tomorrow. There was a handshake there, as is customary before deciding frames.
Final frame. Stuart Bingham.
So Stuart Bingham to start in frame 11. Whoever wins this is in the semi-finals. This is the third meeting in a row between them that's gone the distance. Holt won in Riga, Bingham won in Darching, so this is kind of the deciding decider.
Yes, and he's left this red on for Michael into this left corner. And then Michael just said to him, Stuart's deja vu, which means last week, of course. 6-5 there. Now, can he knock this red in and get onto the black? This is an early chance, and that's all you're looking for. Nope. Depends where they finish. Ooh, he's left them up.
What?
Well, he battled away there for the snookers for about 15 minutes, but ultimately got nothing from it. But he's got a good chance here to get going in the decider. Made a century, remember, in frame 918, highest break of this match.
Eight. 9. $16.
Well, as we've so often said,
17.
these final frames can be scrappy, or it could be a kill in one visit. Especially if he gets the right cannon here. Just slide down the right hand side of the pink here, and the set to push the red towards the corner. You can just avoid the pink. Well, he went with power, and it's not worked out too good. I don't think there's anything there.
22.
Well, initially he looked at just coming down the right hand side of the pack and nudging that red towards the corner, but he decided to go into them full-blooded. Going to have to find a safety now.
Frustrating. That could have been end of match there if he gets on a red, but as you can see, he's not on one.
Stuart Bingham, 22.
He's played a good safety though. Come to see this right hand red. Well played. Good contact. Well, very good.
Yes, it might be 8 minutes to midnight, but of course Michael Holt is advised by Terry Griffiths, who famously in 1983 played a match at the Crucible against Cliff Thorburn that ended at 9 minutes to 4 in the morning. So this is kind of early for Terry. I'm sure he's watching.
This is the sprint.
In fairness to Terry and Cliff, they went on late for the final session. The previous match overran, but even so, 9 minutes to 4 in the morning, that's pretty late to be finishing.
No chance of getting the last bus there then.
Of course, that match had a maximum. Cliff made the first maximum at the Crucible, but that was a distant memory by the time the match finished.
Played a good safety there, Stuart. I don't think it's quite the snooker, but if Michael plays off this red on the left hand side, he's got to be mightily thin to avoid the pocket. Well, if he was playing a thin edge, this could go wrong. No, putting the white to the top. Well, that's not too bad.
The thing about Michael Holt is he's competing now with these top players. He is a top player himself. He fully deserves to be in this tournament. Just a question of whether he can push on and win one. The way things are going, you could say it's quite likely, but of course you've got to beat great players in every round. If he wins this match, he's got Shaun Murphy, then obviously Allen or Higgins in the final. Meanwhile, Bingham taking this one on.
Well, he's left this red to the right corner here. He can drop this in for the black. Needs good queuing, but it's a chance to get in. The only problem here is that he could leave this red, or there's another one just behind the black. He's got a massive kick there, but it was a mile away. He was not online. It was never online anyway. And I think he has left this red behind the black. The kick was there. It was unfortunate, but I don't think it made a difference to the shot.
Well, another chance for the world number 2, Stuart Bingham. To reach another semi-final.
9. $60.
Well, we know that Stu's got a pretty good temperament in these situations. Pretty cool.
$17.
Well, this is not looking good for Michael Holt here. This is a really good chance now. Yes, he got the kick, but for me, I think the pot was still offline. I don't think it was going in.
$23. $24.
Pink to lead by 52 with enough open reds to kill this off.
Well, you've got to feel for Michael Holt here, of course. This could be a 6-5 defeat twice in a few days, I should say. But he had the initial chance when Stuart broke off. He had that red to the left corner, which he could have got in with. He's not there yet, but he's in a strong position here. This is all about just clearing your mind, making sure that you know what you want to do, either playing on the pink or playing on the black.
31.
Done neither. He's played on the blue. $53 the lead with 3 open reds.
$36. $37.
Black, red colour is required here.
Played that well.
44.
Well, this will be a signal for Michael Holt, because he had to go all the way yesterday against, Robertson. Stood up well there, but there's a missed opportunity for him in this one.
Well, on the stroke of midnight local time, Stuart Bingham pots match ball.
51. $52.
And for the second time in a week, he's beaten Michael Holt in a deciding frame in a quarter-final. Did so last week at the International Championship in Darching. He's going to play Sean Murphy, of course he beat to win the World Championship 18 months ago.
57. Behind 57.
Well played and good luck, says Michael Holt, very sportingly to Stuart Bingham, who is the last man to book his place in the semi-finals of this China Championship. In the end, he played a very good deciding frame, and he is through to play Sean Murphy, a winner by 6 frames to 5.